One of the Republicans leading the charge, Congressman James Lankford of Oklahoma. Congressman, welcome back to the show. Good to see you. What did you learn today at this hearing that you didn't know?
Well, we didn't learn a lot that we didn't know, but we did get clarification on some things. The CBO has now said that the president's health care law will cost 800,000 jobs over the next 10 years. Now, compare that to just the June jobs numbers, 80,000 jobs created in June. CBO says this law, when it's implemented, is going to cost 800,000 jobs. So it's a tremendous job loss. Each of the people that we talked to today came out with stories and said, I'm not hiring right now because I don't know what the cost of an employee is going to be. I don't know how high it's going to be. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Some of them would say things like, I'm at close, I'm near 50 employees, so I may downsize under 50 so I don't have to be in this. And others would say, I'm going to have to move people from full-time to part-time so I don't have to cover it. So this is something that's going to affect employment in America. It's going to affect our economy.
You know, though, I read in the introduction that Congress, the House in particular, has challenged Obamacare 31 times. Does it make sense to do it again? Why is it meaningful to do it now?
Well, I think it's meaningful to do it now because we want to put the Democrats back on record and the House back on record. Now that we know it is a tax, and that's been clarified. There's so many different members that voted for it that said, hey, it's a penalty, it's a penalty. Now the Supreme Court has said it's a tax, so we're going to put them back out there and say, okay, here's your shot. If you want to say I wouldn't have voted for it because it's a tax, here's an opportunity to do it. And I think it's important for the American people to get the facts out there again, because the president walks around saying you're going to get free medicine, free drugs, I'm going to give you discounts for this, I'm going to make sure I cover this, and it's like nothing has any cost.
To your point, Kathleen Sebelius, the head of Health and Human Services today, writing an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal with her points on the costs. She says, in fact, that the costs are not going to increase. Let me read you this quote, a real challenge to the House, to the GOP. She said, those calling for repeal have yet to propose credible ideas for lowering, that is, health care costs. Is she right or is she wrong?
No, she's wrong on that, because we put up multiple ideas. In fact, the previous Congress, I'm a freshman here, but the previous Congress, when this was first debated, talked through a lot of these ideas. There's still free market ideas. Engaging with states. Many states were already trying to solve this before it ever was taken over by the federal government. Then they shut down all the solutions. But buying insurance, multiple pools, allowing multiple different companies to group together to create the high-risk pools, all these things are great free market solutions that aren't going to push doctors out of the way and aren't going to go take over an entire healthcare industry and try to run it rather than just regulate it. So there are ways to do this. Those are ideas we put on the table. What they want to hear is, we're going to give all these freebies away. What are you going to give as freebies away? And we're not in that business. We're going to say, let's provide options for people, but not force them in.
Congressman, to be frank here, are you in the business of seeking out an election year issue that you think you can ride? Because at the end of the day, there are big questions about the degree to which the Republicans can overturn Obamacare. I know Mitt Romney says that he can come in the first day and completely throw the law out. Is that even possible at this point?
This president, President Obama, has done 2,000 waivers to individual companies that he had basically connections with, and they came to him, petitioned him, he gave them a waiver. Mitt Romney could step in and say, I'm just going to give 50 waivers to the 50 states and waive all that and set it aside. Then the House and the Senate, we do have to win the House and the Senate again, can set this aside. They passed this with reconciliation, just the 50 votes plus one, we can take it out then with reconciliation as well. And so that's the way we turn that around. Yes, we do have a long way to go, and we've got to win November to do it.
Congressman Lankford, thanks for coming on tonight. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, if you're fired up about